Vanguard Season 3 has been out for just a couple of days now, and after getting some time in with a game, I can finally get some first thoughts about the season and talk about everything I like and everything I don't like. Now, starting off, I just want to show you the roadmap that we got with this season. The new season has as much content shown as bundles. There are 12 bundles that are advertised with the roadmap and 12 new pieces of content coming out across Vanguard and Warzone. Honestly, one of the most pitiful content drops to come since the start of content drops like this, but you know, maybe the content isn't that bad and maybe it's quality content. It's not. Well, at least for previous content drops. It's nothing to write home about, but for Vanguard, it's honestly some of the most quality content we've actually gotten since the launch, which I don't know if that's exciting or just a testament to how bad the post-launch content has been. Now, I'm going to briefly run over Warzone since I really don't play Warzone like that, but all that Warzone players got was a new gulag, a new POI in the dig site, which I'm taking the wild guess that no one gives a shit about, and lastly a sniper nerf that no one likes. So for the season, it really looks like my Warzone players are eating that good, but let's just move on. Vanguard got 3 things at launch and one last thing coming out with the mid-season update. We got a trophy system, which isn't that bad honestly since most players don't know how to abuse them and you could get around them pretty easily. They're also a lifesaver on hardcore DOS house, so you're not getting nade spammed and nade spawn trapped for 5 minutes. Now, in league play, trophies are just a little bit more annoying, but thankfully not everyone uses them, and the way you place them down, people just can't throw them on like the ceiling where people can't shoot them, like you could in Cold War. So honestly, the trophy isn't that bad. Other than that though, we also got new ranked player rewards that aren't great, but they're not bad. Nothing to write home about. They're just alright. They look good. I'll say that. They look good, but they're not great and they're not bad. And then we also got a new map. And since most players don't play ranked play, in reality, we could say that most players only got 1 to 2 pieces of new content for Vanguard with the new season. That will last over a month. And we can honestly narrow it down to just one since most players probably don't know what a trophy system is and won't use it. So that leaves us with Mayhem, the new map that is based off a movie set from the 1950s. This map is honestly the best map to come out of Vanguard and is currently my favorite map in the game. That being said though, I can't play the map for hours on end because it gets repetitive fast and usually the gameplay itself starts to be more of a chore. Regardless though, I will give props where props are due. Sledgehammer killed this map, at least compared to the rest of the Vanguard maps, so I'll give them that. This map isn't that bad compared to every other Vanguard map and is actually pretty good. Now, we honestly do need more maps like this. Maps are just fun that most people can play and enjoy. I think a great map to bring back would be the Little Green Army Men from the Sandbox map from World War II from 2017. That was such a unique map and everyone loved it back in that game. But moving back to Vanguard, we also have one last map coming out later in season called Sphere, which honestly just looks like another small map that's going to be fast paced, which I'm all here for it, but the only problem is that we aren't going to get that map for a while. And then other than that, zombies, no one cares about still, so I won't even mention that, and that's all the content for this season. Of course, you have your new battle pass that has 99 useless tiers and a crazy tier 100 skin, and there are new prestiges that most people aren't going to get because they don't play the game enough. Overall, the amount of content is laughable, but to be honest, as I said before, this is the strongest season we've seen for content that isn't useless filler. There are honestly a couple fun things with this new season, which is more than the past 2 seasons, which I'm okay with. My only problem is that with this little amount of content, I can only play for about a week before I get burnt out, and I don't want to play no longer, and that's exactly what has happened here. I'm back to the point where I don't want to play Vanguard really at all because it's the same shit from 6 months ago but with a new map that isn't bad. It also doesn't help that I'm using snipers for atomic and with no attachments they aren't great, but that's also just an easy change and just me complaining. Still though, I'm not sure. The single map was good, but COD can't drip feed us like this and expect the best outcome because people are going to leave and that's what people are doing. Activision has confirmed that Vanguard did horribly sales-wise, and that they lost something like 50 million players over the course of Vanguard and Caldera, which you could take the wild guess that just isn't great. And in return, it's like they're just abandoning Vanguard, just moving on to Modern Warfare 2022, which is fine, but it's just annoying that we're gonna have to deal with this for 5 more months. And Vanguard can honestly be a good game if they just cut the BS and put passion behind it. I honestly want to like Vanguard because it's not half bad gameplay wise, but Sledgehammer and Activision are making it so hard to do that, it almost seems like they're going out of their way to keep the game so bad. And I can honestly see why they would do that. You keep the game not fun and trash, you release trash content and only 1 or 2 pieces of content per season, and then you just give the game this horrible name to it and this just horrible vibe around it, you could say. So when this year's Modern Warfare comes out, there's even more hype because of how bad Vanguard was, and you just use the dumpster fire Vanguard is to propel Modern Warfare even further. I don't know. Overall, Season 3 of Vanguard isn't bad quality-wise, it just sucks because there's no content and it gets stale after 3 days, and there's really nothing fun to do in the game without being punished. Let me know though what you think about Vanguard Season 3 in the comments below, and if you have been enjoying it or not. If you did enjoy the video though, make sure not to leave without leaving a like and subscribing for more, but until next time, see ya.